the fabric I got, and it's when you open it, that's how it comes from the bolt. So I actually got a little remnant here, which is only 17 inches. And so I just need to figure it out how to make that a round bottom. So first, my bag turned out to be from the top here till the base, till the last row of the base of that circle here is 12 inches. And when I measure my base up till here, till the middle, till the center of it, it's another 3 inches. So my back is about 15 inches till that center. My fabric is 17. So 2 inches up and down, added for seam allowance, that's gonna work great. However, I still need to adjust a few things. So I will cut my fabric at 12 inches here from the top till the bottom, so I can make that little circle here, because I'm not going to be sewing my edge here all the way till the edge of the back. I'll go maybe an inch or inch and a half lower, so I can do exact numbers because I will just adjust them. And I will just go and cut 12 inches from my fabric. And the way I'll do it, I'll just fold my fabric to as many folds I can do, and then I will measure 12 inches. So here it is. I can use my chalk here and do a mark starting from the top here, or you can just get your scissors and start cutting. It doesn't have to be perfect. We are just, and if you want to connect your dots just like that and see better where to cut, I have 2 dots that I can see here, and there it is. There it is. So this is the back lining on the sides, and now I can go and see what's the radius of my circle here, since my bottom is a perfect circle. And from the center till that last row of my bag, it's exactly 3 inches and a little bit, but well, let's say it's 3 inches or 3.5. And because I don't have enough yarn fabric to make a square so I can have that little circle made, I will just use the end of my fabric. Let's use this edge because it's prettier, and I will do 7 inches, because twice the radius I just measured, which will be, let's make it 8 to have extra for sewing. All right, so there it is. So we have 8 inches here, but since I'll be going in a circle and I don't have 8 inches this way, I will fold my fabric here at the mark at the 8 inches. And I will cut it. So this will be my bottom. And there is a formula to make the circumference with the radius we have, so we can match the length of this fabric, but we're not going to do that. It's too much math and we don't have much time. We want to have this bag like yesterday. So now that we found the other half of the circle, so once you sew those pieces together here and you open them just like this, so I will sew this edge here just like that. So this edge will where I will make a one straight line stitching. Now I have to find, starting from the middle of my fabric, I have to make the rest of the circle. So here it is. I'll measure my 8 inches. So here at 4 is the middle, which is actually the middle of your circle of your bottom. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna have to make a full circle. And the way we do it, I don't think you can see very well. Let me use my marker. There it is. That, so here is my 8 and here is my 8. So I have 4 inches here and 4 inches here. So the way I'll do it, if you don't have any other tools to make circles, one way is to measure to keep your ruler at 4 here in the middle, and you just move it just slightly enough and putting dots at the beginning of your ruler to make that circle. So you keep your 4 always here at the dot, and you just mark the beginning of your ruler, making that little circle. Keeping in mind that you will be cutting on the, you will be sewing on this line. That's why your circle will start measuring from here, the radius. So here is your radius here, and that's the whole diameter. Okay, so we keep marking that little radius here at 4 inches. And you can do this even if you have a whole fabric, you can fold it in two and you can have that 1/2. Or if you have a whole piece of fabric just like this, you put your ruler in the middle and you go around it till you make that whole circle. Or you can even use your little measuring tool here. As long as you stay at 4 inches, you're good to go. Or you can always pull those geometry tools. And there, now you can connect your dots. And this is the place you will be cutting. So don't forget, don't make those two sides move in case you don't have a whole piece. If you do have a whole piece of fabric just like this, you mark your middle from here, from the edge. You mark your 4 inches here at the edge. So since I don't have that, I created my own edge here. And now I can cut my circle. And there it is. Once I open it, I will have the perfect circle. And I saw over here, this will give me the bottom of my bag. So now I fold the top edge where I'll be attaching this to the bag, and then the bottom will be attaching the round bottom to it. So find the middles, and then we'll pin the middles to the middle of your bottom. So the middle of your bottom will go to the middle of your sides. And you pin it there, or you use your clips. Then you find the other middle, and then you pin it there as well. Since our bag is a little wider than the bottom, so this helps it not make it a perfect tube. If your bag is a tube, then definitely a tube will help, but since our bag is not really a tube as well, so we'll find again the middle. My middle is here and my middle of my is here, so I'll put another pin and we'll do the same thing on the other side, and I will start sewing it, making sure I put few pleats here, just like this. I'll put a pleat, and it's just sandwiching some fabric together, and then we'll sandwich some more fabric over here, just like that. Then I'll sandwich some more fabric in this quarter. So if you divide your bottom into quarters, then you'll have something like this. And then we'll do the same thing, sandwiching in each quarter and the back as well. And our bag will be ready. And let's get to sewing again. So there it is, our lining, and it works perfectly because our bag is wider on the top. All right, so now we can turn it over. And this is how it's gonna look inside our bag. And since we already folded our end, once we trim those extra threads here, or they will not gonna be visible, as long as you don't have holes in your bag and these threads will start hanging through, you're all fine. But just in case, trim those ends. So now that we have the nice side that we want to be visible, we're gonna still flip it over to the wrong side, and then we'll put it inside our bag because we want that side to be the pretty side in. Okay, so you find that raw edge here and you keep that edge over here by your straps or a little bit to the side, but in order to keep it nice and consistent. So now we can stretch our fabric, find the other half. So here is one half and here is the other half of the fabric. So tighten it, find the ends. So that middle will go over here in this middle. And you put a clip on this side and you put a clip on this side. So you see how we left this strap longer so it can hide inside. Don't go too close till the edge of your bag. Just stay a tiny bit lower. And then do the same thing on the other side. Find the middle. You can use regular pins as well. Here you can use these pins. And you just keep working there. So now we'll do the same thing on the front and the back. So here we have the middle, right, on the fabric. And this is your middle of your bag. So make sure when you measure them, they also match there. Because we have extra fabric that will make sure we distribute equally everywhere. So if this here is my pleat and my thread again, I'll get a contrast color so you can see the stitches on the sides. But you can of course start from the corner or start from somewhere that's less visible. Let's see, I'll start here on the brighter color. And staying like 2 or 3 rows below the edge so the lining does not peek much, start with your blanket stitch there. And you go all around your bag. Or if you have similar color and you're confident that your sewing machine can go through all these layers, you can definitely use a sewing machine. I still haven't tried my sewing machine working through other types of fabrics because it's new and it's still my baby, so I don't want it to work too hard. I will not try it. I'll go by hand. And you go over your pleat again, catching all the layers here, having all that. So we'll keep going all around the back just like this, and I'll catch you when I'm done. When you reach the strap, make sure you grab a piece of your yarn and your strap and the lining. So make sure you go through the top layer, grab a little yarn, even put your finger under, and make sure you don't poke it, because if you poke it, it means your thread will go on the right side. Make sure you still stay inside the stitches, so don't poke your finger there. And then go up. That's one more time. Go through all the layers, grab a stitch without, here is your needle. Make sure you don't go out though. Stay inside the stitch and you then bring your needle forward. and then keep going the other side. So here I'm done with this side, and now I'm moving to the other side. So this type of lining made that bag very, very strong and not stretchy. Imagine how many books you can get from the library in that bag. And make sure you watch the next video that's going to show you how to fix the problem with the stretchy strap when you crochet your bags with acrylic yarn. So, and make sure you watch the video for this pattern of this bag. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next tutorial. Bye!